Okay, so for some reason I sat down and I watched the Megan knockoff, Robin. Yeah, Robin spelled with a 1. Get it? Like Megan spelled with a 3. This is from the director of the Jack in the Box movies, which I have covered. Was there 2 of those? I think there's only 2 of those. I'm thinking of like there's also all sorts of those franchises that I watched. Humpty Dumpty. No, I think there might be 3 Jack in the Box movies. Anyways, I covered all of them. And I was like, okay, I'll check this one out. Let's do this. So you have this couple who gets engaged. He has a guy who is trying to blackmail him. So he returns to his uncle's estate, who he's estranged from. And his uncle has these memory problems. And he comes there in hopes of getting what he needs so that he can get the blackmailer off his back. And unfortunately for him, there's a killer doll running around called Robin. So yeah, now as far as like the doll goes here, there's some shots with it that are pretty cool. I think that at least some money and effort was put into that. And once again, typically with these horror films from the UK, they have these very silly premises, like the Jack in the Box movies or whatnot. They're always very earnest. They're always very sincere. They're always very serious, right? That's something that we typically don't get here in the States. When people make these lower budgeted kind of gimmicky style films that are aping off of some other property that's popular in the moment, like an asylum type movie. They're always played very goofy. They're always like comedy, self-aware, satire, meta, whatever, right? And these don't do that at all. They take themselves very seriously and they try to tell serious stories with serious acting and this and that. I thought that the acting between our 2 main characters here in the opening is actually pretty good. I actually felt like their chemistry was decent, and I thought their performances were fine. I think the performances from everyone are pretty adequate for us, like in comparison to the other films that I've seen from this director. So it's about similar quality to the other movies. Yeah, I mean it's as tropey as one could possibly imagine. The script is as thin as a wafer, right? Like it's non-existent. It's just I have to get a reason to get a killer doll in a place, and I'm trying to figure out how to do that as quick and easy as possible. And this is the best shortcut for that. There's nothing going on here. There's nothing of depth. There's nothing interesting. There's nothing you haven't seen a million times. These are the types of movies that you just wonder, like, the point of them is what exactly? They're not going to scare you, right? Like, that's not going to happen. Like, nobody watches this film and is scared. That's just like, but that might be the intention. It's just not going to happen, right? It's not going to intrigue you, tantalize you. It's not thought-provoking, right? Like, it's not like any of those things. It's just like very basic, like boring, adequate-ish kind of storytelling, like the very basic beats of things, and the very basic bare minimum of production, like the acting, all that stuff. It's all just like fine. That's how all of these movies are. They're just like, okay, like I know I give these reviews for these movies all the time, but that's really all I have to say about them. I was hoping that this one would maybe provide something more, at least, and much like the Jack in the Box movies, the box that Jack's in is very cool. Like it has a design to it that's like handcrafted and looks cool, and it's like, okay, there was actually thought and effort put into this thing, and that's neat. There's a similar thing going on with Robin here, when he's got his like blinking eyes and he's got his glowing blue eyes, and the look of that is actually, like, for the budget, which I can imagine is almost nothing, it looks okay. You know what it reminds me of? more than anything is the Robert movies. If you guys aren't familiar, there's a whole mess of them. I think there's like 5 of them. I've covered a bunch of them on the channel. I actually own, I think, 4 of the 5. Robert the Doll. Yeah, that's about what you would expect. So if you're like a Robert fan for some reason, then ROB1N would be the most comparable style of film. It's nothing like Megan, right? Megan obviously is like a character. Megan is she's a fully animated, fully alive character who talks and has character to her and everything. ROB1N is just like one of those things where people are like, I think it's moving. Is it moving? And then it's like there, and then it's not, and you're like, for some of the film, you're wondering if the thing is even doing it or if somebody else is doing it, that kind of shit. But yeah, I mean, you're not going to get anything out of this movie. It's funny, I was just talking to Kaylee about this earlier. I'll put up reviews for movies like this, and then people will be like, oh man, great review, thanks, I'll go check it out. And I'm like, I literally the whole time told you not to check it out. You can do whatever the fuck you want, but sometimes I'm wondering, like, are you guys watching? Are you guys even watching these reviews? Because I get that on a lot of films that I'm like, no, it's not good, it's not worth your time. And then people will be like, all right, go and check it out right now. And I'm like, okay, have at it. I don't know why, but you got to see for yourself, right? But then why did you come to watch a review? Like, isn't that the point of the review, is to make you figure out whether or not it's worth your time? Like, that's the point. You spend 5 minutes, 10 minutes, whatever, watching the review, so you save yourself 90 minutes. I don't know, whatever. Watch whatever you want, guys. If you're interested in this one, I don't even remember where I watched this one. I watched so many fucking movies, I don't even remember where I rented it or where I saw it, but it's out there somewhere. ROB1N, not a recommendation, but you do you. Adios.